Welcome to the channel, everyone. Behind me I have a 1994 Champion. I'm going to be restoring this boat, turning it into my 2025 fishing rig. This boat is a 1994 Champion. It's a 19-foot dual console. On the front we have a 4-Trex, and then over here at the back we have a 150 Mercury. The 150 Mercury, this was not the original motor that was on the boat when I bought it. This had an old Evinrude on it, but I decided to take that off because it didn't run, and I had this sitting around, so I put this on. Starting out for the back deck, here's a good look at the back deck. In the rear compartment here, we have batteries in the middle. Now when I first got this compartment was a mess. There were leaves everywhere, wires everywhere, still is wires everywhere. More work to do to this. We have the trim pump for our motor. Here we have the gas tank. This is one big gas tank, which is nice. I like that. And then moving forward, on either side of the back deck, we have this compartment here. Just a nice little compartment. And then in the middle, we have one big live well with a divider in it. This live well is a pretty good size, pretty deep. There is a removable divider in there, which is nice for tournaments. And then here is the compartment on this side, same thing as the other side. We do have a casting seat back here. It's pretty dirty though, so I don't know what we're going to do with that yet. Moving into the cockpit. First, let's start with the seats. So these are not the factory seats. The old owner said he put these on himself a few years ago. There's a gas tank that runs under these seats, so that's why there's no storage there. But in the middle, we do have a nice little cooler here. Come in handy. And then moving to the passenger console. First things, I do like these grab handles. These would be nice for the big waves. And lots of leg room under there. Very spacious. And then the glove box, lots of room in there, pretty deep, pretty wide on either side, lots of storage in there. That will come in handy. And it will be nice to have this windshield to help keep you out of the elements for a little bit while you're running. And then moving over to the driver's side, right here, we'll start at the top. So when I got this boat, this had an old Lowrance graph right here in the middle, the only graph that was on there. I decided I took that off, got rid of it, and I put on my RAM mount for my iPad and my mount for my Helix 8. I'm not sure if the gauges worked. I have not tested them. I do know the switches work though. Everything works well. Nav light. I do need a new horn. The horn is out. Aerator works. Bilge works. So all that is a plus. And then with this, when I put this motor on here, I had to buy new controls. I got them hooked up, I just had to get them mounted, and I think I'm going to go a TH Marine hot foot for the motor. I think it'll be a nice addition, add lots of safety to it, especially out on the big water. Moving on. So this is the front deck. It is pretty spacious, very long, super wide, which is nice. On either side, we have a very big compartment. And on this side, I think I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna put my rods in this side. I will put, I'll put a little bit of tackle, some rain gear, boating equipment, maybe some safety equipment, all that good stuff in there. And then in the middle, I'm gonna keep the majority of my tackle in here. Plenty of space, lots of storage compartment. I can store all my stuff in here, which I do like. And then moving forward, we have Minn Kota 4-Trex. When I bought the boat, this is not the trolling motor that was on here. There was just an old Minn Kota trolling motor. It did work, but I had this, so I decided to put this on there. Have my active target transducer. I have my cords for my graphs up here. And there is also this switch panel trim nav lights. This is a voltmeter and a USB-C charger right there. And I do think I'm gonna go recess this foot pedal. So as you can see, this boat definitely needs a lot of work. Now what I'm gonna do to it, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna replace the carpet. As you can see, this carpet is very bad, has mold on it, all sorts of stuff. I do think this is the original carpet from the factory. So it is very old. Definitely needs an upgrade there. Now in the compartments, I think I'm gonna keep the carpet that's in here. I'll just give it a good cleaning in here. But for the doors, some of them have carpet on the inside. I think I'm gonna rip that off and I'm gonna paint the inside of the door black. I think it'll make it look slick. I do like it has these shocks right there for the doors. And then moving back, I'm gonna go ahead in the console. I don't have much to do in the console. Finish up some wiring for the graphs, mount the control box, install a hot foot, then maybe just a few little wiring things here and there. And then on the back deck, I do plan on cleaning these compartments out because they are pretty dirty. So I will give those a good cleaning. Clean out the live wells as well. Live wells are dirty, so those could use clean. I think I will add a seat up there for the front deck. I really like having a seat up there. And then in the battery compartment here, I'm gonna go ahead. I need to clean up. This needs a lot of work. Need to clean it up, clean up the wiring, finish the wiring, add a battery charger. I'm gonna recarpet the walls in here. So definitely lots of work to do in this boat. And then moving to the outside of the boat, it's not a whole lot to do. I think I am going to go wet sand this fiberglass. Structurally, the fiberglass is pretty good. There's no major cracks or dings or anything like that, but it is heavily oxidized. Starting with the bottom's not too bad. It's not horrible. Moving up, you can kind of feel it. Feels a little rougher. Then on the top, it just feels kind of flaky, and it looks green and purple. But as you can see here, this spot right here, this is silver and purple. And so the original color of the boat was the silver color. This was the old Lowrance GPS puck that was here when I got it. I took that off because I don't need it. But you can see the color difference. You can see how oxidized the fiberglass is. It's very oxidized. I'm hoping the wet sand will bring back the silver color to it. I'm not sure if it will, but I hope it will. It's definitely the worst on the top. Not too bad on the bottom and in the middle. So that is the boat. And then the trailer. I paint the trailer once I get a chance. And then I'm also going to put new tires on it because these tires are in pretty rough condition. And then I also do like the swinging tongue here. This is great for tight storage, tight spaces. And I will put a new jack on here because this is pretty old and pretty rough. So that is the Champion bass boat right now. Hope you guys liked it. Make sure to follow along, and I will keep you guys up to date with the boat restoration.